The wilderness of sin stretched wide and unforgiving between Elim and Sinai, and hunger began to speak louder than faith. Israel had been free from Egypt for only a short time, yet the memory of bondage already felt safer than uncertainty. The people murmured not against God directly, but against Moses and Aaron, saying it would have been better to die in Egypt, where bread was plentiful, than to live free and starving in the desert. What is often overlooked is that this complaint came after miracles had already proven God's power. The Red Sea had parted, bitter water had turned sweet, and still fear returned the moment provision was delayed. God responded not with anger, but with instruction. He declared he would rain bread from heaven, not merely to feed Israel, but to test whether they would walk in his instruction. This manna was not random nourishment, it was measured dependence. Each household was to gather only what was needed for that day. Those who gathered more found it spoiled by morning, teaching that abundance without trust rots quickly. Those who gathered little lacked nothing, showing that provision was not tied to effort, but obedience. A lesser-known detail lies in the timing. Manna fell 6 days a week, but on the sixth day it doubled, and unlike any other day, it did not spoil overnight. This was God teaching Sabbath rest before the law was given at Sinai. Rest was not a command yet, but a gift already woven into provision. Those who ignored this and went out on the seventh day found nothing. The absence of manna became a lesson itself. God was shaping a people who would trust even when nothing appeared on the ground. The manna itself was described as fine, flaky, and white like coriander seed, tasting like wafers made with honey. Jewish tradition preserves that manna tasted according to the need of the eater, reminding Israel that God's provision meets each person personally. Another overlooked instruction was to preserve an omer of manna before the Lord. This jar would become a testimony for future generations, proof that survival in the wilderness came not from land or labor, but from heaven. Exodus 16 reveals that freedom requires relearning trust. Egypt provided food without faith, but at the cost of chains. God provided food with daily dependence, but with dignity and purpose. This chapter quietly teaches that miracles are not only in seas parting, but in daily bread appearing where none should exist. As Israel learned to gather, wait, rest, and trust, they were being shaped into a covenant people sustained by God alone. If you are walking through the Bible chapter by chapter and want these lesser-known details revealed with clarity and truth, follow along as we continue uncovering what Scripture quietly teaches beneath the surface.